All right, now we're going to look at the in-betweens of in-between animations. So these are the sub-majors of poses. And if you look at this, what we're now kind of diagnosing is, did things come along for the ride? Because there is no rig on this character. Did things happen to fall into place? Well, I'm looking for the in-between of these two animations. So if I go here and here, I'm looking at this in-between matter. Okay, right about here. So I will take this reference and say, well, here I should have what? My leg firmly sorta pseudo planted on the ground. Okay, right now this character, if there was such a pose as this, would probably trip at this point, okay, or fall over. So at not one time does the human body ever have an unbalance to things unless you are an unbalanced person. So in this case, I'm going to have to rebalance out the character on this tween. So here and here, I'm just going to set a more relaxed state for that pose. And then again, reinforce the gravity of things. All right, so A on the keyboard. Oops, come back over here. A, insert, location, rotation. Okay, so now you can see that looks a lot better. All right, next, the in-between of this one. Okay, not much to change here, so I'm not going to mess around with that. I'm looking at the majors here. So in this point, right here is my next transition. So between here and here. So in this case, look at the diagram. That is this one right here. Again, going to take my foot, plan it a little bit better. Okay. Then grab my root, move the character up, hit A, and go insert, location, rotation. Perfect. So now let's look at the animation. Bam, bam. Now what's missing is the feet. So let's look at the feet. In this instance, it's a wooden mannequin, so I don't really have any play over the toes. Okay? So in that case, you know, it's going to be more like this. Okay, now I've established exactly where this character needs to go. I need to update this one right here. Minus A. Because the first frame and the last frame always have to look alike. If they don't, you'll get a glitch in the animation. That's law. You have to have a loop. If you want a loop, the first and last frame always have to look identical. So you're always going to be updating your first and last. In this case, A, I set a new pose, and I always name this like 1. Okay. Then I insert keyframes, loc and rot. Go back to the first one. Click it, and you can see what changes. The feet. Insert, loc and rot. So now those look identical. All right, next, the middle one. Let's fix this. This one I don't have to set a frame for because it's so temporary. There's only one of it. And now I'm just going through here slowly. It's hard to describe what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for anything that looks just a little bit skeptical. Now I'll play it just to see how that looks. Alright, not too bad for the very beginning here. We'll look at it more as we get the upper body going, but for right now, I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, so now that we have the lower body walk cycle done, let's look at what the upper body needs to do during this walk cycle.